Hari Om and welcome to Sunday Sadhana, your Hindu magazine program on SABC2. We begin this week's episode by visiting the Divine Life Society during their opening of the Sunlit Path Centre in Chatsworth, and later we join members of the Break Village Temple in Tongaat during their annual Kavady festival. The 6 simple teachings of the Divine Master, Sri Swami Shivananda, to serve, give, love, purify, meditate and realize have been propagated throughout the ages to millions of devotees worldwide. And in doing so, the Divine Life Society have created countless religious sanctuaries. One such place is the Divine Life Sunlit Path Centre, where members recently held their opening ceremony. Sunday Sadhana was there to capture the highlights of the event.
When Swami Shivananda initiated or started the Divine Life Society in India, he gave the name of the society as Divine Life. Now, Divine Life is all encapsulating in that to lead a spiritual life, one has to change oneself. And the path to spirituality is indeed divinity.
In 2007, just before Pujya Swamiji left this physical plane, to coincide with our Diamond Jubilee celebration, Swamiji earmarked 60 Peace and Skills Center for the society. By 2009, to coincide with the Diamond Jubilee year, we had completed these projects.
This property, the land, was donated to Divine Life Society by the Vedanta Mission of South Africa, headed by Guru Deva. This was more than 5 years ago, and Pujya Swamiji was quite interested in helping the youth particularly.
The Sunlit Path Center is to rejuvenate society, special emphasis being on the youth, to reawaken them, to create an awareness in God. And that is the purpose of the center, to spiritualize all the problems that we have.
The prestigious Sivananda Sunlit Path Centre is one of the last projects ordained by the Divine Master, Sri Swami Sahajananda. Believed to be infused with the Shakti of the Divine Master, the Sunlit Path Centre boasts an array of facilities especially designed for the youth.
There's a lot of pressure on the youth today, and what happens is that sometimes youth get involved with the wrong type of company, but if there is a center where they can come and utilize their energy in learning a new skill, in involving themselves in spiritual activities, they would learn the right from wrong. This would benefit them by being involved in a skill rather than being involved with bad company and learning bad habits and drug taking and experimenting with things that they shouldn't be doing.
We have very practical venues such as clinics, consulting rooms, counseling rooms, workshops, computer workshops, soya milk making centers, a sewing center.
The sewing school has 20 machines altogether, 16 of which are flat machines and 4 of which are overlock machines. And the idea is to create employment facilities for those who have an interest in sewing. This is one of 5 other projects that we have.
Spirituality is at the heart of every project offered by the Sivananda Sunlit Path Centre, with the Divine Master's grace enveloping not just the site, but all those entering it as well.
And our Pujya Swamiji has put a lot of his energy into this project. And thus far, every project that he has undertaken and the Divine Life Society has started has been extremely successful. And we see this particular center having a great vision for the youth, out of which youth would really emerge as leaders.
So this center is a Divine Life project, and it will teach people to lead a more aesthetic, morally uplifting life with social, moral, spiritual values. inner transformation is of vital importance in order to achieve that divine life goal.
Swamiji said that God is my guide, and we must always remember that. So if we embark on the Sunlit Path Center, we will move towards God.
It's a great thing what has happened today. We need more centers like this in our society.
I think that this is going to be the ideal haven for the youth of Chatsworth.
This is going to make a massive difference to the community.
Panguni Uttiram is an important Kavady festival celebrated by Tamils around the world. It is believed to be the ideal time during which one is relieved of sin and bestowed with untold blessings from the Supreme. Sunday Sadhana joins the members at the Break Village Temple in Tongaat during their Kavady festival.
The temple was established in 1909. The first Kavady was held in 1909, and it was started by the employees or the citizens staying in Break Village. In fact, all of them were employed by the then Tongaat Sugar Company.
Initially, the temple was built to cater for the people in the district at that time. But then it went out and then to the greater Tongaat community. And today we get devotees that come from all over South Africa that come to worship at the temple.
This was the first place of worship for them. And because at that stage they used to work virtually 7 days a week, they were only given off on a Saturday. And that's how the Kavady started on a Saturday for them. And it continues on Saturdays throughout since then.
Kavady festivals are generally held just for one deity. It's held in honor of and praise of Lord Muruga. The festival actually is held over 10 days. The flag hoisting ceremony is actually done on the first day, and the actual Kavady procession takes place on the 10th day.
Carrying Kavady is showing penance and showing your praise for Lord Muruga.
And Kavady is carried for different reasons. For different people, it may mean different things. Some people carry it just to be thankful in their life for what they have and the state that they've reached in their lives.
Kavady itself, it's a structure made of two halves, virtually equal halves, with a center pole in the middle, and it's decorated with flowers mostly.
The central focus of the Kavady is the chariot, and you'll find that the chariot leaves the temple at around 8:30 in the morning.
And thereafter, all devotees will partake of the prayer by performing part of the Hawan.
And then the devotees get ready to actually carry the Kavadys. The procession is like about a kilometer, so it will mean that once everything is ready and they've finished the initiation ceremonies, they will now carry their Kavadys from the ground to the temple.
The tempo of the bhajans increase as the chariot procession begins, and it facilitates the one-pointed focus of the devotees upon the Supreme. The enthusiasm with which devotees carry their Kavadys fill the atmosphere with vibrant energy that elevates the spirituality of all those present.
You can see the people from Joburg, from overseas, from Australia, Canada, and all are here.
And you have a vibration that's unexplainable. It's something that you cannot describe to the public how you feel.
Atmosphere is just electrifying. It brings too many people together and you can feel the vibration.
The Kavady festival is made possible through the generosity of a lot of people, the devotees first and foremost, the thousands of devotees that come to temple. Obviously, the festival of this magnitude needs a lot of preparation, and for us, the preparation runs into months. Our relationship and actually thing with the local authorities, more especially the Tipeni municipality, that affords us the cooperation that's needed for a festival of this kind. Because you'll find Tongaat is relatively a small area, and it's basically one street. So if the Kavady festival occupies the main street, then it's basically the old town comes to a halt.
The main item on the Kavady is the 2 cans of milk.
Then, of course, the devotees, they do their last offerings to Lord Muruga, and that the milk that they carry is actually given to Lord Muruga.
The 2 canisters of milk attached to the Kavady plays a pivotal part in the worship of Lord Muruga. The Kavady procession ends with the bathing of the lingam with this holy milk, which is believed to invoke untold blessings upon the devotee. Thank you for joining us this morning, and we hope you've enjoyed this morning's program. But before we bid you farewell, we'd like to leave you with this inspirational quotation from the great Swami Vivekananda, who once said, "You have to grow from the inside out. None can make you learn. None can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul." Until next week, Om Shanti.